feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel.
Test. Okay. Boom. Sweet. Here I am. There you are. How's everybody doing? Yeah, just reading on the comments. Oh. Okay, sweet. Mimi's here too. Wow, we have a kind of a bigger crowd maybe than usual. I'm not sure. Good timing before today's theme, yeah. Yeah, well, sleep is huge. Sleep is I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry to people that might be watching this. Sarah, I don't know if people on Facebook, do you see everybody else's comments? I hope you do because everybody's responding to you being ish. As in the ish? Okay, so Happy New Year to everyone that has had one. I do have some notes tonight because I don't want to get too lost. Although the class is going to be very fluid, and I'll tell you why. Oh, Heidi's here. Oh, sweet. Okay, so Ish is a good friend of mine from, well, that I met in Toronto, but who now lives elsewhere. And I don't know if y'all remember Ish. Like she was a pretty big part during the beginning when we started this stream, and sort of helped us. Happy New Year to you, Lindsay. I hope you guys are having a good one. I have to be honest with you guys right now. I have been fighting an illness off I'm jacked on adrenaline and nerves right now, so it might not seem it, but I have been fighting some kind of illness off, and I, behind the scenes right now, do not feel too great. So tonight's class, I'm thinking, is going to be on the more chill side. But it's going to be a theme class, so it's going to be more of a flow class than I thought it would be, but it's going to be kind of chill, I think. Um, I hope you're having a good New Year. I love this time of year, the New Year, and I really want to push back against any sort of online cynicism, skepticism, or just downright assholery that you're seeing online about making resolutions or about making promises or whatever. If you're feeling a momentum, even if it just is some random thing like January 1 happening, if you're feeling some momentum to do something big and new, I think you should go with it and screw all the haters. like, like, of course, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you stay with it through the whole year, right? Like when you get to our age, it's just like having something to make the month exciting is awesome. So if you just have like a January full of like self-care and awesomeness, and then whatever happens happens, isn't that better than nothing? And so I'm just saying, go with the, you know. Yeah, it is a Spider-Man font. It's because it's easier for me to read it, y'all. That's why I do this comic. I know it's kind of cheesy, but it helps me. Um, I forgot to turn my phone off. Um, anyway, so like for me, this is my big thing. I just want to announce to you, and this is like, this is the remnants of. All right, so I was raised Christian, I think, as I've told you guys a million times, and so this is going to be very evidentiary of that. But I want to make a public declaration because it really helps me. And so one of my, not resolutions, but one of the things that I am planning on doing and am going to do, and I'm going to accomplish it, is that I am going to, beginning around January 15th or 16th, I don't know exactly when, I'm going to not drink any alcohol for 90 days at least. Y'all have been with me through all these different breaks that I make, and I do these 30 days, and it's not, I don't feel like my life is in crisis or anything, but I did 30 days, and it did it was undeniable that I could feel differences, whether I missed the old thing or not, it didn't matter. And so, but all these like alcohol quitting gurus, they always say you got to go for 90 days, man. You got to do 90 days. And so I was just like, fuck it, so I'm just going to do my 90 days. I think I don't want to say that it's going to be 90 days. And for those of you that like have like maybe struggle with things about quitting them, I don't know if it's helpful for me to have a reward at the end of this thing that is the thing that I've just taken a break from. So I don't know. I don't know. It could turn 90 days. It could be 90 years from now. But like I know that I'm going to do this. And so like if it would help you to like have any kind of I'm going to go a little bit public with this on my Facebook. I know I usually only post hoop stuff, but it's just because I really want to hold myself accountable. And if anybody else wants to join me on this thing, 90 days of whatever you got to quit, or would like to, go for it. I would pick something unhealthy. I mean, like, like as much as I hate to admit it, it's just like the kind of use of alcohol that I have is just not healthy for you. And it's just like, I just have to realize that and quit believing in some magic myth that like, I think we all do. I think a lot of us New Age people just kind of think that we have this kind of like, disease repellent. But I'm sick right now, and I definitely don't feel like that repellent is working. And but I've been thinking about this decision for months, and so anyway, I've got the full support of my friends behind me, so I'm totally stoked. Yeah, just pick something, pick anything. Yeah, sweet. I'm reading the comments now. Yeah, Shelley, just one day at a time. You're kind of doing the opposite of what we're talking or what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So most of you don't drink, so you can't really relate. It's for me. It's just the social situation. I mean, it's not just. It's not just. Are you gonna do one by one this year? Let's see, who was that? Oh yeah, maybe we should. Are you talking about the swap seven, Josie? Um, Look, hey, if everybody talking about switching to greenery, yeah, yeah. We'll do the swap seven. Yeah, let's do a swap seven. That'd be great. That'd be great. Actually, it would be convenient for me because I'm already swapping a few things. Maybe we'll make it a swap three. Yeah. I guess I'm just reading these comments, y'all. These are great. Ish is talking about quitting on a drinking island. I know. I get it. I get it. I live in a on a drinking island, and um, yeah. Well, thank you guys for the support. Like I said, I'm really saying this to be accountable. I hope that somebody will throw this, um, but yeah, we got this. Really, Tiff? I didn't know you had quit. Okay. All right. So I don't want to spend too much time rapping. But yeah, I will. But I'm not going to put like every class is not going to be an update on how my alcohol journey is going or anything like that. I would just get freaked out. But I'm going to. I just mean on Facebook, I might comment more about my. I don't comment about my personal life anymore. It's just. I'm not. I like what y'all post, but I don't know. I guess I just burn in like everybody. It seems like social media numbers are going down right now. I think everybody's just kind of burning out. Hey, Claire. All right. Thank you guys for the support. Anyway, let's jump in. As usual, I don't have a Sway song picked out, but I do want to hop over to my iTunes, and I'm also interested in where. Oh, no, let's set the class up. Just one more quick thing, because this is all related. This will take 2 seconds. I should just go ahead and say this now. Tonight, I want to talk about hope and um, courage, and they are related, but I don't think that they are the same thing. And the writer in me wants me to communicate to you how I am using these words right now and what I mean by them. What I mean by hope is essentially optimism. And when you go from verb to noun with hope, like it's like a sort of goal, like so. I hope that makes sense. It's like when the verb hope you have then create a hope, that hope is like an ideal, and it is kind of like almost like a set of binocular or a set of lenses that you put on that then you see everything through. And I believe in ideals, of course, and they're very helpful, like the ideal of equality or whatever. Try January. Yep, mine's going to go a lot longer than that. But so that's the sense of hope that I'm talking about. Courage, and I feel like I feel like I'm embodying my mom right now because she loved taking words out of their context, but only if they were rooted in the context. And if you think about the word courage, it can only happen in the presence of fear. And this is why I think fear should never be diminished. Like the fact that we feel it doesn't, mean that we're weak, because it's only because we feel it that courage shows up. If you're doing something without thinking about it, your friends might say that was really courageous. You might think that's really courageous, but it wasn't courageous. You just were doing something. Walking into that interview is courageous. Asking that person if you want to dance is courageous. These things are courageous. Like this, like courage only exists because of fear. If there was no fear, we would never have courage. And so it's like one of the things I love, but also sometimes get frustrated with in my fellow New Age community is this idea that like without like no fear, like, but fear creates courage. And courage, kind of like where your courage shows up, really helps you identify this invisible thing that is you and your journey, right? Okay. Yeah, you should just do a month, Lauren. Yeah, don't. I'm telling you, as somebody that's done it, although it does kind of get easier by day 28 usually for me. It takes until 28, but then it gets easy. Okay, I really want to sway. I know I've been talking a lot. I'm here at the house by myself. You guys are the first people I've talked to all day today. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go. We're going to jump into sway. Thank you for the long talk. Wow. Okay. Audible breath in. Hope and courage. I've paired them tonight because one sets us up and the other helps us handle what happens. Hope points us in the way. Courage helps get us there despite the unexpected. Audible breath in. I am so guilty of not having the courage to change a relationship. To change the rhythm of how it's going. Audible breath in. I've been afraid to believe in myself at times. It's not always about rushing into burning buildings. Sometimes it's about overcoming your own self-generated fears. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Courage is that go energy. It has to. Audible breath in. Your courage Audible breath in. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like that song too. Maybe we'll stay there. Okay, yeah. Actually, I think we'll stay there and just kind of keep the flow going. Let me find my. Oh yeah, duh. Okay, so all right, y'all are having your own chat on chat, so I'm not gonna. I don't think I can bring any help. So, which I love. I love that you guys chat on chat. That's awesome. Let's move into our first exercise. Okay, so loose suggestion, but the technique for this is going to be double. Oh wow, that looks cool. Right now, I am paying attention to your damn combos. That sounds awesome. I always wanted to do sensory deprivation, actually. Okay. Let's, yeah, that sounds awesome. If I was rich, I think I'd have a tank. Okay. Yeah, double samurai stretching. No, you don't need to be quiet. Don't be quiet. I'm kind of being funny. Well, I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not being funny. Something my mom explains to me. So this is double samurai. And what I invite you to do tonight is to use, in our second opening, is to use double samurai to help you stretch. And this is what I mean, like, you know, and again, this is kind of like, I guess, in a way, one of the things I was getting at in Sway with courage is that you might show courage that to someone else just isn't going to translate as courage. And stretching can be that way too. Like, what doesn't look like a stretch to some people might really feel like a stretch to you. And I think one of those ways of getting really in touch with your inner movement voice is just to say, like, okay, this is a stretch for me. No pun intended. Wow. Breath in. So double samurai means I'm holding the hoop with both hands, and I'm just using my movement right now to help me feel out stretches that feel good to me, or whatever variation you're doing. Hey, Jules. Jules, I talked so much at the beginning, we're only on the second song right now. We're using double samurai to help us stretch and open. Audible breath in. Okay. All right. Switching over to a SoundCloud now. Let's see. Okay. Water break. I don't normally need 9 cameras on me, but I don't have any friends in the studio tonight. So, just you guys. All right, where was I? Yeah. So I do have a little bit of a playlist put together. It's kind of jumps all over the place, but I thought we would. I think it's. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay. Wow. Oh, nice. You guys are talking about the deprivation tank again. I keep thinking. Okay, yeah, let's go. I am loving this, by the way. Don't think that I think it's awesome. It's actually one of the things I really like about it is that, like, if you guys were talking like this in class, it would be driving me crazy. Hey, much love from Seattle. Sweet. Hey, Gigi. But I love it. This is awesome for me. It's so fun. It's awesome. This is why I like this medium of online teaching, because it limits some things, but you know, you are filling my space. I appreciate it. For sure. All right, so let's start over a little bit because I want to set up this song for you guys. Okay. Audible breath in. So I'm going to move my my double samurai stretching. I'm going to now move that into double samurai folding. Folding is any time that we, yeah, it does help the algorithm. Yeah, definitely. Folding is anytime we move the hoop around, or you know, fold catches or anything like that. Well, there we go. I'm doing double samurai folding. And I'm still feeling that stretch. You know, there's a back movement that is really helpful if you try it, which is, you know, like we're used to like sort of moving our arms like this, you know, in this way. You can like turn into an airplane and move your arms by keeping them in a line. And for me, and maybe for you, you'll start to feel your back kind of open up in a different way. And so you can do that with double samurai folding. Bring the music up. Oh, nice, Shelley. stretch, the bigger I feel. You know, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, I'll show you, since we've been talking a lot about it this over the last few weeks. So let me show you, just if you're not sure what gooey is, let me show you what gooey isn't. This is not gooiness right now. I'm being very quick with the hoop. Lots of sharp edges. That's not gooey. If I was going to take the same thing and make it gooey, I could kind of make contact with the core. It's sort of like the hoop is always kind of in this smear. Gooey or not gooey. And then the gooey version of the same thing I was just doing would be something like this. This is a good gooey song. Alright, yeah, let's just stay with this. If you're just getting into folding, whether you're doing it off body or on body, tightening the grip really helps. That's what that's what creates all that snap. Is that you tighten your grip at the end, and you release it, and you tighten your grip. If you weren't here for the last class, we did, these very simple can opener type. They're not even breaks. We determined they're just a move. But basically, it's when you're shoulder hooping and you just grab the hoop and then you fold it off of you. Just the same technique we were just doing. You fold it off. That's a little bright. Oh, sweet. 9-year-old. Nice. So it looks like this. So I'm here. We worked on these the last class. I think the HD version is up. It was either the last class or the class before it, so there is an HD version up of this, but these are these kind of like can opener type moves. But they are, the reason I'm bringing this up is that they are what we were just doing. I push my hand in, I catch it, flip it, and then do whatever I want to after that. Is that Aurelie? I wish I spoke Spanish. I don't. Beautiful people. I found my own energy sort of picking up as that song went on. So I'm gonna jump ahead to a different song that I wasn't planning on playing, but I am gonna play right now. Um, you guys are so sweet. Wow, I know these kids that grow up with hooping. I mean, I've already seen it. I've been around long enough that I've already seen like the kids of the hoopers I was teaching become like badasses. But the generation that like grows up with it and doesn't even know what a circus art means, they just know that this is this thing you can use. They're going to be insane. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll suggest a technique here, which is to bring on the core if you're feeling that but to take the movements that we were just doing and add paddles to it to create core movement. So this is what I mean by that. Like, this is the double samurai. This was the stretching that we did, and then the folding that we did, and then when the hoop comes back on me, I can start to create momentum by giving it just a push. Boom. You could kind of call it a samurai paddle or whatever, but a sort of push. And honestly, like, this is the kind of like little secret you learn as a beginner, is that if you put push on moves, when you come back to the body, you can keep the hoop kind of zinging around you. And so if you want to feel what I'm talking about right now, like I can come up, I can grip it in double samurai, just bring both hands up, grip the hoop. You'll have to turn down a little bit so that the end stays up, and then just give it a push to get it back on. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think this is an advanced move. I don't think this is even an intermediate move, but, well, I mean, okay, it's at least intermediate because you have to know how to shoulder hoop. Boom. Okay. So we're going to talk about, like, basically I'm opening up the next exercise for paddling to get the hoop back on. So it's kind of, when you bring the hoop back on, you give it a push. Okay, I missed the question. How do you drop the hoop back on shoulders? Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk a little bit about that before I. Okay, well, let's back up a little bit. You know what? And let me. Actually, hold on a second, y'all. I want to get this scene right so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So we're going to talk. Let's talk lifts and drop-ins. Actually, I'll put the music on in the background, but I'll keep it down. So let's talk lifts and drop-ins. So a lift in HoopPath terms, anyway, and I think generally everywhere in the hoop world, is anytime you lift the hoop off the core and it's onto your hand. And then what I'm really getting at today. Oh, Rachel, sweet. What I'm getting at is a drop-in is when you drop it back in and onto the shoulders or wherever you want it to go. So Rita's asking, how do you drop into the shoulders? And what I recommend you do is if you turn with the hoop, like if you're struggling with this isn't the only way to do it, but if you're struggling to learn the first rhythms of this, turn with it. So when I'm up here, all right, so let's say I'm going to the left right now. I think that the easiest drop-in, if I'm going to the left, if the hoop is turning counterclockwise, is with my left hand. I think that's the easiest. You can do either one, it doesn't matter. So if I was going to the right, I'd be using my right hand, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, like, if you think of your hand as like this moving sidewalk from like a sci-fi thing, you're just going to sort of moving sidewalk the hand all the way down the body from one side of the body to the other. So we're up here. So I'm on my left hand. I'm moving to the left. So what I'm going to do to make this easier is I'm going to push the left hand over my right shoulder here, and then turn with it and just give it a push. No, this is like these aren't rules, right? I'm just sort of helping you understand how you could do it if you've never done it before. But the idea is that your hand goes up and then it kind of curves the hoop back onto your PM side. So I'm giving it a push. Okay, total nerd tangent here. This is so off topic. Thank you, Josie. But as I pull the hoop off, I create this kind of yo-yo effect with it. So it comes off and then I pull it back. Push out and then you bring it back as it wants to come back. Can I do the can opener to drop it? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's a little bit trickier. Well, we're going total nerd right now. Let me stop this for just a second. Okay, so if I was going to do the can opener to the drop in, is I would, well, let's see. It's going to be hard with, I think it would be easier with what we call your first tree arm. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, so I think it would be easier with your first tree arm. So my hoop is going to the left right now. I mean, okay, if y'all like that, let's just go there. All right. So my hoop is going to the left right now. I'm going to use my right arm. Okay, so just reverse it, right? Like I can reverse it for you. It's the same thing. And so in HoopPath terms, that would be my my AM side, and it's going to come up as the hoop is going away from it. It's going to come up. I'm going to grip it and then flip it, right? And that's going to get it off of me. So I'm here. The hoop is going to my left. I'm going to push with my right arm. Or it's going to my right, I'm going to push with my left arm. Flip, and then turn, right? And then you have to do this kind of goofy thing where you go boom, all right? Or that's how I do it. So I'm here, and I'm going to grip, flip, This is so cheesy. And then turn back in. Sweet. Maybe I'm missing poetry in all of my teaching. Grip, flip, turn. Grip, flip, turn. Grip, flip. Now, here's the thing. When you do it with the hand that it's going towards, your hand's going to have to do some kind of like some weird math to kind of get up under the hoop that way. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the hoop is going to my left right now. I'm going to grab it with my left hand. So I'm going to stop or grip, flip. But then when it comes this way, then I've got to do this kind of like, or the way I'm doing it right now, I've got to do this kind of goofy thing with my wrist. So just be prepared for that. So this is not the smoothest hand to try. So the hoop is going to my left. I'm using my left hand. If it's going to your right, you're using your right hand. So I'm going to grip, flip. But then when it comes to putting it back on, I kind of have to do some sort of goofy hand math to make that work. Okay, I don't know if you guys... Okay, sweet. All right, let's put some music on, and y'all can geek out to that if that's something you dig. I mean, I dig it. I dig it, yeah. Hey, I just want to make sure y'all understand. I love the comments. I hope y'all know that. I'm not... I think it's just funny. Commenting is very much encouraged. Uh-oh, a flow breaker. Uh-oh, shit. Well, let's get off that move. Don't do it, Jen. Move on, let it go. Let it go. I'll show you some variations of that same move, though. So this is the move. I'm using it as a reverse right now. Shelly, keep going. Yeah, no, yeah, totally, Shelly. Okay. Okay, so all right. You know what I'm realizing? I just lost everybody with this grip flip thing. So let's have some fun. Let's move back to... all right, I only have you for 5 more minutes anyway, so I want to I don't want to lose everybody on the flow breaker technique. All right, well let's maybe we can move on to a little bit of core for our last song here. But I'm not giving up on the grip and flip because we're going to just talk about it related to core hooping. But this is kind of advanced. I'll just be honest with you. Whether you're on the waist, or on the shoulders, gripping the hoop and just stopping it and recreating current is very badass. Like, your friends won't think it's badass, but you'll think it's badass. So I stop. Boom. There's no grip. There's just grip. There's no flip. And especially for those of you that are learning shoulders, this kind of movement can be really great to help you learn them. I'm just pushing both of my hands into the hoop and gripping. That's all it is. I'm here, bringing my hands and just pushing into the hoop. Boom. Okay, I'll show you guys. All right, I didn't expect this to go into nerd town totally, but I'll show you something that it's an old stretch technique. Jackie's probably done this. I don't know if Lindsay or Jackie are still here, but they've probably done this before. But it's kind of an advanced move, but it's really good for your shoulder. It's really good. It's a really good twist move, and it's really good for helping your shoulder technique. And it sort of condenses everything that we've been talking about. So I'm here, and I go up, I double samurai, and I stop the hoop, and then I bring it back here, but then I stop it on the other side. So that's it. So it comes here, and it's just one. Do you see that? I am letting it go just for a second, and then it's going into the other hand. You see that? Boom. So I'm pushing it. Now this is an advanced move, even though it's super simple, because you kind of have to know what you're feeling for back there, but you're going to feel on the ninth side, you stop the hoop. Yeah, okay, so Jackie knows what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, so we'll just move this into our free hoop. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to play a couple songs as a free hoop. I know we kind of geeked out there at the end. If I lost you, broke your flow, I'm sorry about that. But these moves are really fun, especially like if you want to take your, like sometimes the way you get better is by these little games, like you constrict yourself. Tricky and non-dominant side. Oh yeah, Mimi, right. Mimi's totally done this. Yeah, so when it comes off of your, Rachel, when it comes off of your back, you're gripping it, and that will help you. And then you push it onto your back, so you make this contact quickly. So it's like I'm here. The moment it comes off my back is because I'm pushing my hands out. Then when I'm bringing it back on, one hand is going to kind of pitch the hoop towards me. Also, my elbows are out really wide, right? Like, so we're doing that type of foldy type elbow placement where the hands are way out here. But I can't emphasize enough, and I don't know if you're seeing it, but it's the push that makes this whole thing work. So here, but it's this push. I'm rolling the hoop. See here, like I'm not throwing it that way. I'm going to roll it. It's going to make contact, and then I push it on. Make contact, push it on. Make contact, push it on. Now I'm doing it kind of fast. Oh, sweet. So Carla said the elbows seem to help. That's cool. Yeah, elbows high. I'm kind of... Yeah, Jennifer's totally right about that as well. Okay. All right, guys. We're just going to free hoop from here. We're kind of getting... right up at 8 o'clock. Thanks for everybody that joined me. Oh, before we forget. So the Saturday class is looking doubtful. I will announce on all my social medias if I am doing it, but let's just assume that I'm not doing it. I have a big day Saturday, and I think I want to do it, but I have to prioritize some other things. So I'm thinking I will maybe do a last second thing, but I don't want to take advantage of your schedule. I don't want to take for granted your schedule. So, I'm saying Saturday's looking doubtful. Then Tuesday will be my birthday stream, and we'll be doing a Zoom, and I will send out a promotion code. It's probably going to be the same one that it always is for how you get into the room. And then that will be being streamed to YouTube at the same time. But there will be yeah, there will be a Zoom for it. Now, I'm going to teach the class because Viv's going to be here and everybody else is going to be here. I'm going to teach it the same way, but we will have I'll try to see if we can have some sharing, or I want it to be Zoomy, right? But it'll probably be up to you guys too. I could try to do a Zoom wall, but there's always this crazy delay and things, so we'll see. But anyway, that's the thing. Thank you, Tiff. Yeah. This is the last year of my youth. Oh, well, that's too bad. But okay, so let's just play some music and get out of here. Thank you guys for joining me, and sweet. So you can't do Saturday anyway. Oh wait, sweet. Sweet. Yeah, and you don't have to Zoom if you are more comfortable being, anonymous. That's totally fine. The delay will actually be on YouTube more than sound like Zoom because of the way I'll be doing it. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. We're just going to free it from here. You're welcome, Mimi. Thanks for allowing me to geek out with you guys. And I do hope that you'll think about, just... Yeah. Anyway, be courageous, my friends. Be courageous. Yeah, I will still be drinking on my birthday. I'm not that crazy. January 15th. Nice, Mimi. Thank you, Claire. Have a great night, y'all. If you have to bounce, I understand. I love this track, though. Thank you guys. Have a great night.